Welcome back. Today on Jim's Jeeps, we're going to be looking at this TJ's cooling system. I happen to know there's nothing wrong with this cooling system, but I wanted to demonstrate a product I found recently that I really like. It's the Astro 78585 pressure system and cooling system kit. It does both. It'll let you test the pressure on the cooling system as well as provide a vacuum mechanism to refill it. It's a really nice product, and we're going to take a look at it right now. So it comes in this really nice case, and it's actually a very large case, so hopefully you have a lot of shelf space. But it's a complete, almost I think every adapter you could ever want as far as hooking it up to the radiator cap of your vehicle, or in some cases the overflow bottle. But what I want to demonstrate first is actually how to test the pressure on a system. And so we're going to use the more bicycle pump looking device, which is this piece right here. And then we have the larger adapter for a traditional size radiator cap, which actually is very similar to this one here, which is always on the vehicle. And basically all you'd have to do is screw this in place of the radiator cap that you have, and then take the pump, hook it up to the adapter, and now you have a gauge that you can see here. And you want to fill that up to about, I would say at least 15 pounds, but closer to probably 17 or so. And then that will be just at about the pressure relief on the cap itself. And so I have this now at about 17 pounds, and we're going to let it set for just a minute. See if we have any leaks in our system. Now what's good about this is that you will see anywhere in the system any hose connections or hoses or the radiator itself, and I suppose in a more severe case the radiator core, the heater core rather, inside the cab, if it's leaking or not. First indication you'll see is that this needle will drop, and then secondly you'll probably have some visual sign of coolant leakage somewhere. One other case that if you can't find anything, just by visual inspection, the worst case scenario, if your Jeep is overheating and you can't find a leak, there's probably either an obstruction in the cooling system, or you possibly could have a head gasket issue, or in some model years the heads actually do crack, unfortunately. So this one's holding pretty well. So I've left it here for about 15 minutes, and I see no leaks. In other words, the pressure's holding, and I think we're good. And like I said, we are good. I know this cooling system is just fine. And so now we can release the pressure by pressing on this little button here. It'll let the air out of the system. And now what I'm going to do is actually test the cap itself. One of the nice features of this kit is that it has a cap pressure tester also inside. And it's this little adapter here. Basically you would screw the regular radiator cap on the adapter, just like as if it was sitting on top of your radiator. And then the other side gets a small adapter so that we can apply pressure to the system here. So it ends up kind of looking like that, which is a little bit goofy, but it actually works pretty well. And so now we can test this cap. It's an 18-pound cap, and so we'll pump up this system again to 18 pounds. which happens very quickly because it's a small space. And it's holding. Let's see if it'll open at 18. And I don't think you can hear that, but certainly it will not let me pump this up more than 18 pounds. I can hear the sound of the air coming out of the cap. So this cap's good as well, and we knew that, but I wanted to demonstrate this feature of the set. Okay, so the other half of this set is actually the filling part, and we're not going to actually demonstrate that today, but I just wanted to go over it with you real quick, how it works. So if you really wanted to test your system, which we just did, do that, see if you have any issues that you might need to address before you refill it. Also, it's probably a good time, if you are going to refill it, to flush the engine out. And basically the easiest way to do that is to take off one of the main radiator hoses and run a garden hose through it for a while until you get clear coming out. These engines are known, that both the 4.0 and the 258, they can get pretty sludgy in the back, basically for a couple reasons, but most because the way the engine is slanted in the engine compartment itself. So you want to get the cylinder 5 and 6 kind of flushed out as best you can from the water jacket. But in any case, to refill it, we're going to use this suction device. And there's a little manifold here. It's got a pressure gauge on it. The coolant will actually be hooked up to a hose here. We'll demonstrate that in a second. But this outer device here creates a venturi, which will create a vacuum on the system. And this is a very nice piece of gear. So the way that'll work is we'll get these hoses here. That's actually an exhaust hose. One of the things is when you use these vacuum devices, and even though you evacuate the system completely, it very well may still pull some coolant out, and then it'll come out this hose basically as it's being sucked out of the engine. You really don't want to use this device to refill your system while it's still full. I mean, I suppose you could, but that'll really create a mess, not to mention probably not be as efficient as draining it directly. This is the suction hose, which will actually go down inside the coolant bottle when we go to refill it. And this is actually a new kit, so I'm not going to disconnect it, but this hose will unwind and probably would have a 1 gallon or a bucket full of coolant right here. And then to use this thing, it's the same adapter as you used to test your radiator cap. You put the adapter back on the radiator itself, and then this connector pretty much latches back on there. And then you want to put shop air on this, the air connection device up here. Open this, which will allow, and have the coolant one closed. Open this valve, and this will actually, with shop air coming through here, it creates a venturi where it's going to suck all the air out of the system. You will see the radiator hoses collapse because of the negative pressure inside. That's okay, it's totally expected, it's totally normal. When you go to refill it, once the needle here gets to about, I would say somewhere around negative 25, 30 pounds of vacuum, close this off. You can turn off your shop air and actually disconnect it at that point. And then make sure that this tube here is underneath the water inside your coolant bucket or inside the gallon container. And the other thing I should caution on is you don't want to let this ever come out to the air, or you'll be putting air back into your system. So you want to make sure this is always underwater. If you need to add coolant, probably the easiest thing to do is use a bucket. And I think a Jeep takes about, or at least this 4.0, takes about 2.5 gallons of coolant. So then you would open that and you would basically refill the whole cooling system all the way up. Heater core, every little nook and cranny will be well taken care of. And when you're done, just disconnect it. You should see green coolant right here at the top of the radiator. Put your cap back on and check your overflow bottle and make sure that that is where it should be, either cold or hot, depending on what your engine is. Probably cold at this point. And just double check. If you want to flush out your radiator or your overflow bottle, now's a good time to do that. It disconnects very easily, and clean it out and put some fresh fluid in there, fresh coolant in there, and you'll be good to go. So that's it. That's how to check your cooling system from the pressure test that we demonstrated first, and then using a vacuum filling device. There are many different brands. I've done a lot of research on these. I like the Astro version. It's a nice kit. And it comes with a 1-year warranty, where the other ones really don't have as good a warranty. If anything breaks on it within the first year, you send the part back, they'll send you a brand new one. Anyway, thanks for joining Jim's Jeeps. We hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.